Hi, my name is Brian Glick. Today we're going to look at a method for passing the seated guard while we're standing. This can be an intimidating prospect. Your partner is seated in front of you. You need to have a way of beginning and entering in and getting a grip on your partner. Then you have to figure out a way to manage their legs and their hip movement. And it seems, especially when you're doing no-gi, that this whole initial process of going from at a distance to getting a grip and then creating some sort of advantageous position to get started is very difficult, right? It can seem like there are a million different options. It's hard to choose which to use. So this method is going to involve initially creating an angle, first putting our partner on their back where they have less mobility. That's going to be the first step. And then it's going to be about creating an angle where we can work to pass more effectively. So we're going to start with a seated partner. We're conscious of distance here. We're not too close to our partner where they can take inside position or use their hands. We're at a little bit of a distance. And we're going to keep our level lowered, almost as if we were standing with our partner wrestling. We're going to pick our partner's legs up. When we pick our partner's legs up and it brings their feet closer to their face, you'll often find this result. You're going to lower your level, you'll catch, you'll bring your partner and you'll find that their center of gravity begins to shift. Now he's kind of holding himself here with some tension, whereas before he was able to relax and rest a little bit. So we're going to begin by catching. Then we're going to give a push and that's going to settle our partner down here on their back. Slide towards me. It's much easier now to pass when our partner is down than it is when they're seated. When they're down and their shoulders are on the floor, there's more friction and contact with the mat. Plus, it makes their mobility, it's a little bit harder for them to move. Okay, the mobility is a little bit restricted. Now, initially we're standing in front of our partner and they have all of their instruments at their disposal. He's got his feet to post and hook. He has his hands. He can see exactly where I am. He can choose which side to go to. So after we settle our partner down, we're going to create an angle. We take one hand to our partner's knee, and the other hand goes to our partner's inside hip. At the same time, we walk our body out to the side so that we're no longer square on with our partner, and we're beginning the action of pinning one of our partner's knees. Rotate with me, please, a little bit. Once we're here, we have the chance to drop our right shin across our partner's leg and begin to pin our partner's leg. Now from here, we have one leg pinned, we have a hip control, and we have only one free leg to manage. Our first response here, after we pin, is going to be to cover our partner's hip. So we're going to take our left knee and we're going to put it here, right along the line of our partner's hip. If our partner is resisting here and brings the knee in front, we're going to take our right arm back and we're going to spear it through in order to be able to lace our partner's leg. This right hand is going to pin. We're going to make a fist and place it down here on the floor. Now we're going to take our left hand and we're going to control our partner's wrist. We're going to pin the wrist. The way that we do this is with a stiff, straight arm. Initially, there may be some resistance, so we may need to lean forward into the grip. We're controlling the pocket of our partner's hip with our knee and our fist. Then from here, we're going to rise up. So because we're controlling the hip now, we can take our weight off of our partner's leg. As they go to resist and try to use this leg to catch, we're simply going to walk around the corner. We're going to high leg over our partner's leg 1. We're going to high leg over our partner's leg 2. And we're going to spear our knee through the center here until we're in the flank position. Once we're here, we can take our right arm around our partner's body. Our left hand is going to come underneath our partner's leg so that we can control it. We're going to back step and clear, and we're going to end up here past our partner's guard. Okay, so 1, we're facing a seated partner. We're measuring the distance. We lower lift, settle our partner down. Now, our job is a little bit easier. Scoot to me just a tiny bit. Here, next, the angle. So we post, so we have an inside grip with our near hand and an outside knee grip with our far hand. We're going to walk. Once we're here and we've created the angle, we're going to drop. We're going to put our shin across our partner's shin. Our second leg is going to go into the pocket of our partner's hip. This is the prelude to lacing the legs and putting a fist down. So we post here. Our partner, we can fully expect our partner to be posting and pushing and using their top knee now to create a barrier so that we can't get chest to chest. When we see this happening, we're going to take our right arm and we're going to, in this case, it's our top arm, we're going to lace through, put our fist on the floor. If we need to, we'll drop our shoulder and clear our partner's knee so that their two knees go together in this fashion. Our outside hand controls our partner's wrist. We're going to take this wrist and we're going to put it down on the floor. The way that we do that, grip with our thumb on the inside. Now we're going to rise up. We're going to walk. So even as our partner tries to stay hooked in with us here, we're going to take our right leg, high leg up over 1, then we high leg up over 2 until we're behind our partner's legs. Now you can drop your knee to the inside position and you have the flank. With the flank in place, we can begin to turn the corner. We bring our hand back through in order to reinforce the flank so that we can cut the corner and end up here behind our partner. So one last time through. So initially, grip, settle our partner down, post, create the angle. We drop, putting our shin down on our partner's shin. The shoelaces of the foot go onto the floor. We cover the pocket of our partner's hip here. As they go to post and bring the shin across on the top, we weave and lace, control our partner's wrist, pin it. We rise, putting our shoulder down. We take a high leg up over 1, pommel the leg, high leg over 2, flank. Second hand here, laces through to reinforce. We turn the corner. As our partner goes to follow us, we have control at the hip, and a second hand up here controlling our partner's shoulder. We can back step, move ourselves behind the line of our partner's shoulders, or rather elbows, and then from here we're on the attack. So what's most important about this sequence is the order in which we do it. We first address a seated partner by putting them down. Then we create an angle. After we do that, we're pinning one side of our partner's leg, one side of our partner's body, in this case their bottom leg. Not just with our hands, but then with our shin. And as we move around to the opposite direction as we're going to pass, we're using a combination of lower body and upper body to control and keep our partner's knees away so that we can get around the corner. Okay? So hopefully next time you're working to pass the guard, you'll find this helpful. We'll see you soon. Thanks.